Baby, what a fun way to start off an episode with a time lapse. Welcome back to episode 21 of the Let's Play series. And let me just get some of these balls in my I mean my queen. And let me whip off. Oh, I've sent too much off. I've got too many balls in my face, game. There's too many balls. But in the last episode, we built this fabulous entrance to the Batcave, and we decorated it. We added some fun little redstone bits in, and we created this awesome entrance, this tunnel into the Batcave, which I have now finished. So we've added the gradient all the way to the stone texture at the end, which I think is looking really cool. And ignore the chest monsters. We've been grinding gamers, but the granite, the diorite, this dirt, and the other bits and bobs are all out of here. You will see there are some smidges of andesite because I haven't decided if how I want to texture this yet. So I might need the andesite in there eventually, so I haven't taken it out just yet. But for the most part, we have just straight stone, and I think it's looking really cool for now. So future plans, I want to take up this kind of messy bottom messy bottom to about halfway up the wall, and I want to bring the wall down so a bit more like this and kind of randomize it and just make it a little bit more messy around the top, so it doesn't just look like a couple of big slabs of wall around me. Or I might just keep it big slabs of wall, I don't know. But anyhoozle, what we are going to do today is actually add our first thing to the Batcave. And what I want to do is I want to build a big old storage system, because as you've seen, I am creating chest monsters all over the place. We've got these two down here. We've got this one up here, which is kind of spreading all around the place. Oh, actually, I've got to show you some stuff. I got a whole bunch of things. I decided to spend a little while in the nether just grinding out some resources because, you know, I was bored and the nether's fun. So spend a bit of time at a nether fortress, and looky what I've got here. We've got enough to fight 5 withers. Oh yes. So I don't know how I want to do that actually. If you have any cool ideas for what to do with these 5 withers, should I just, like, you know, let 5 loose and go to war? I don't know. But as you can see, we're starting to collect things all over the place. And over here in my tree section is no different. So we've got this is where I started, collecting bits of wood all over the place. Some bits and bobs in here, my honey. Somewhat, for some reason, all my bees died. And I don't know why. I had like dozens and dozens over here, and they all just poofied. They all poofied, and I'm very sad. And we've got a couple of 3 horses in there, just chilling. But what I've done since then is got a little bit more smart and set up this little area here where I have been growing up trees and cutting them down, harvesting leaves and all that kind of fun stuff. And we've been busy collecting all sorts of wood. By all sorts of wood, I mean dark oak, spruce and oak. And aside from that, I've been gathering some leaves in case we want to do some custom trees later on. Lots of bits and pieces, as well as some rooted dirt and some of the flowering azaleas and all sorts of goodies. And here's the kind of trash down here. But yeah, we're gathering all sorts of little chest monsters all over the place. And so that wood there, along with the iron that I've been gathering over the last few days, AFKing over here in my dude's butt cheeks. I've been doing a bit of AFKing down here, trying to get some iron up because I know that we're going to have just a ton of hoppers in this system. So I've been AFKing a bit, gathering some iron, and crafting some into iron blocks as well. So let me just whip back over to the cave and I'll show you what I'm planning to do. Ooh, I see a wandering trader actually. Let me check with him because I don't have drip leaf yet. Do you have any drip leaf for me? Ah, you're worthless. Disgusting, despicable. Stupid llamas. Stupid llamas. I just want some drip leaf. I don't have any yet in my world. Ooh, tipi for a bunghole. But anyway, what was I doing? I was going to come show you in here. And I really love this entrance. Just flying in here. It's so much fun. I never get tired of it. And with my armor, I hardly ever take damage. So what I want to do in here, I've got so much room, but I'm going to actually have to dig out a bit more. So what I want to do is in here in the middle, I want to carve out a big area and do a big bulk storage section. So that's going to be this big centerpiece here. And what I want to do is create some big storage silos with like the lighting to show how much stock you have. Stock? We're not in a shop. How much resources you have? Yeah, that makes more sense. All in here. And then over here on each side, I want to do like a big multi-sorter automatic storage system. 21,470. Whew. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I want to do something kind of clever with how I gather these raw resources and flick them back off. So I'm going to do a little bit of redstone wizardry, which I kind of have an idea of how that's going to work. And also kind of not. So I think I'm actually going to whip off to a test world real quick and have a bit of a play. And in the meantime, watch a time lapse of me digging out some more area. I have absolutely no how much I need. I have no idea how much I need, but we're just gonna do it anyway. We can always put blocks back. We can always take more blocks away. That's Minecraft. We don't care. Let's go digging. Whee! Oh, diggy diggy dig, I did. And if you look behind me, you might actually notice that the one side is higher than the other because I'm a special boy. For some reason, I dug this one lower than the side. But as I was saying, great thing about Minecraft is you can just fill it back and do as you like. So these might actually end up being a little bit wider. I haven't quite decided how many chests wide I'm going to go or how close to this they're going to go. I just wanted to leave enough space so I could actually fit what I fit in here. And as you can see, I've done a little bit of work starting on the bulk storage. So this is my idea to have some bulk storage silos for the different types of bulk blocks that you get. So you've got the normal smooth stone, you've got cobblestone, andesite, diorite, granite, dirt. I've used moss over here to indicate grass, which I've got nothing of, gravel, sand, sandstone, and I think this one I want to be terracotta, plain terracotta. And this one, I have no idea just yet. I'm sure there's going to be another item at some point that I'm going to end up with entirely too much of, which I might put in there. So I'm just going to leave that one blank and put like blank filter items in there so nothing will go in there. So what I'm going to do, as I said, is put the just plain terracotta in here. I don't have universal dyeing on here, so I'm going to need a lot of plain terracotta and then dye it if I need any other color, which is pretty cool. And I also thought I'd leave this open just to show you what's going on here and how this works. And actually maybe I'll pop up here and I'll give you a quick demonstration. So what I've done is we obviously have a wall of chests all feeding into each other so that all of the items will sit down the bottom. And as you also would have seen, there is a shulker box right at the bottom level. So if you need a shulker box or something quickly on the go, you can just pick it up and off you go. And what will happen is all these hoppers that are pointing out beyond the rest, this is where the item chain will go, and I'll put in an item filter up here for all of these different types, and the items will come around and head off in the next direction. But what happens is that with these comparators sticking out is that they read when there's something in the hopper and they put redstone power into the block, which then powers these lights, and as you saw, it travels down. And what happens is when it starts to get a little bit more full and you've you've got a few chests filled up, the hoppers will stay with an item in there. And that means that this, whatever lights are below that, they will stay constantly on. So you've got kind of a level reading of how much stock you have of all the different items. And I'm hoping that's enough chests. I imagine I'm going to do some big dig projects at some point in the future, so this may not actually be enough. So what I may end up doing is just like filling this bottom area with shulker boxes full of the stuff. But I think this will do for a decent amount of time. And the design obviously isn't finished. I need to do a floor, I need to do a ceiling, I need to pretty up the walls. So this will end up looking much cooler than it is now, but I thought this was a good start. But what we've got to do now is build the multi-item sorter, and rather than bore you, not that it's boring, I think it's rather exciting with the details of how this is going to work. What I'm going to do is going to link the design that I'm using. It's the classic Nimbon design, which is years old and very, very trustworthy and just an amazing design. So I'll leave that down in the description, and also the Mr. Cat tutorial of Nimbon's design, which is what I'm going to use to, help me through, because it's complex and I'm dumb. So I'll leave those down in the description, and maybe I'll rock into a time lapse and just smash out all this redstone, because it's quite a bit, and then I'll meet you afterwards and we'll have a look-see. We'll have a little look-see, and hopefully I do a good job and it works. Catch you soon. Oh, mama. I think we're done. I didn't do a time lapse just because it was a little bit more pokey than I thought it would be, and it just didn't make good time lapse footage, so we've just got to cut right in. But I really love doing this. Are you ready for it? Whoop. The render distance doesn't load those entities in. I don't know if you can fix that. Let me know if you can, because that would be pretty cool. But I think the redstone is done, and by golly gosh, it was a lot of redstone, and my initial holes were nowhere near big enough. But I think it's all done. So what we have is we've got two of Nimbon's multi-item sorters next to each other on both sides. I think this is 6 by 9, which is 45 times 2 times 2 is 180 double chests of multi-item storage, plus all the bulk storage. We've got it going on. And I haven't actually tested all of it because I need to fill it all in with the items that need to fill in. So currently these are all empty. But I've had a quick play, and if I was to chuck in like these slime balls, for instance, they will end up in the chests. And I'm not going to explain it all, but essentially what happens is this is the initial input chest. It'll take it out, it brings it back to this drop evader. This takes it up, and it cycles it back around to this first lot of chests. And the way it's all timed is that it will try and put it in each chest on its way down, and then once it gets to the bottom, it hops over a column, goes all the way to the back up to the top, back around, and then it's going down the second column of chests, or second row of chests. I don't know. It's going down one of the chests. And what it does is it slowly makes its way down, 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 all the way through these chests. And it will end up in this little bit here. So this is the last hopper of this whole section. And then this connects to another drop evader, which I have connected to all the bulk storage. So let me see if I can get up here real quick. How do I even get up here? All my holes are gone. Zoom. Oh, nailed it. So that connects up to here. And then it goes around this big line of hoppers. And I've got all of the filters in place now too. So all of these bulk storage systems are ready to go. And I had to do a bit of kind of clever wiggling of bits here because the redstone was starting to get a bit close to the item sorters and all sorts. So we've had to do some clever things to get it around. But above all of these hoppers, you will see composters. So even like when we get over here, I'll show you real quick. we have composters above everything. And that's because, oh, that's not the right place at all. That is because hoppers that just have air blocks or like stone blocks or whatever above them cause a lot more lag because they're constantly searching for items to pick up. But if you put something on top of it like a composter or a furnace or a dropper or a chest or anything like that, it doesn't actively search. So you put composters above it and it reduces lag a bit. So after that first big multi-item sorter, again, comes up here, comes around all the box storage, all the way around here, and then we have it dropping back down to the second multi-item sorter, which we will just pop down here and have a look. So this goes down, and this is essentially the exact same thing. So it comes in, lands in this double chest here, and then it starts all of this, all the way around to here. And I think what I'm going to do is have this last column of chests, these last 6 double chests, is like the overflow. So I'm not going to add any filters in there, and just anything that I've got too much of or I haven't got a space for it will end up in here. And I'm just going to show you quickly what the redstone for this looks like, because it's absolutely mad. It's just, it took so long and so many resources, and I'm just so glad that I'm a resource hoarder, because this would have been an absolute grind without it. But yes, I think that does it for all the redstone. So what we're going to do now, gamers, is the fun part. The extra fun part, which is the decoration. So I don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet, but I think for this one, we will be able to whip into a time lapse. The final time lapse of the episode, gamers. Let's get ready to see what this is going to look like. I'm very excited. Stupid stinking squid. Nobody likes you. Stupid stinking pufferfish. Big Legion of Sunset. Starting to feel better. Damn. Those are the noises I make and the things I do in Minecraft when I lose a friggin' 8-hour recording of a time lapse of the most incredible storage system in the world. This thing is epic, and I'm almost scared to show you. But here we go. Here's what we got for our storage system, and I think this thing is looking friggin' epic. Like, I have seen a lot of storage systems in my day. I watch a lot of Minecraft. And this is gonna be one of the coolest, grandest, sickest looking storage systems. I swear, in my totally unbiased opinion, if I do say so myself. And yeah, this was a lot of work. It was a lot of fun, but I just love the view. Hold on, I gotta get the view coming out the tunnel, because it's so cool. I love it so much. But you just come through here and boom, the storage system. It looks so good. As a mustachio man would say, I am chuffed to bits. So, let me break it down real quick. We got these sick black stone pillars coming up all the way up through. You can see them poking out of the stone up in these bits around here. You got the big archway, which is kind of supporting everything. You got a couple more pillars on each side of the storage system, which is also being held up and supported. Oh yes, we no expense spare. We got the gilded blackstone in there, and then when we come into the bulk storage area, we got this cool flooring down. I've done a little interesting thing with the end rods here, just to kind of highlight the end chest in the middle here. And then we got all of our storage silos that have lights lit up. And I've actually filled all of these up because obviously the filters are in place, and I've come and moved over all of my stock of things. So most of these are filled up, but only stone and cobble has enough to start to turn on the lights in the back. So I think you've got to have it up to this one here. This hopper here has to have stuff in it. So it's like 3 double chests plus hoppers need to be filled, and then up into the next part. And apparently I have just a ridiculous amount of cobble. Can I get in there? There we go. Like, I've got a lot of cobble. So I still want to figure out, I need to put something in here. I'm thinking for most of these I could just add like a stair, because you can open up the chest through a stair, but I'm not sure about when I get to kind of this section. And also I use just quartz here as a holder block, because I still don't know what's going in here. I think glass, but then I'm not sure how to represent glass here, because if you got glass here then you kind of see all the ugly behind, so I'm not quite sure. And oh, we have a roof. Or rather a ceiling. So this is a really cool design where you've got tinted glass, and then you've got light behind it, and then a pattern. And I think it does this really cool thing. And when you do it at different levels like this, you get some really cool effects when you're kind of walking around. It kind of shifts and moves, and as you can see I've got the slabs at different levels as well, so it has kind of a cool effect which I really like. And then obviously you see the back of this arch here, and you might think that there's light coming down from that, but no, that's all tinted glass, so there's actually no light coming through. I've actually hidden some glow lichen at the top here just to kind of balance out the lighting of the room. And I think once I get some more resources to fill these up, and you got lights on all of these silos, it's gonna look really cool, and the lighting's really gonna pop in here. But no, I'm so happy. This is so cool. Oh yeah, we got these cool lamps. I did some lamps, guys. I think this is really cool too. So I'm trying to balance the idea of the Batcave, which is like this really kind of mix between high tech, kind of futuristic, with a really grungy cave vibe. So we've got the mix of these like end rods and the parts of the building that are really like highly manufactured, and then you've got kind of this old techie mixed in with it, plus like this real grungy look. So we've got the mix of the lamps, which bring the warm lighting into it, and then the kind of cool lighting with this. I think it's a really cool mix, and I'm really liking how it's going. I haven't filled up any of this yet. None of the filters are in place. Boom, the chests. So I need to do that, and I need to go about sorting all that. So I think I'm going to do that between episodes, because that's a long, arduous task that is going to pain me probably greatly, but I'm looking forward to it all being done. And at the moment I actually don't have an input for this because it's hidden. Oh, actually no, I do. I lie. The input at the moment is over here, and that feeds through all of them. But I think what I'm going to do is have another way to input, potentially around here, but I need to set that up. So maybe I'll do that at the start of next episode. But it has been an absolute pleasure, gamers. Let me give you one last reveal. Oh, with those chests. Oh, it's looking so good. Oh, but I'm done now, gamers. This is a grind and a half. I think it is looking epic. Let me know what you think. Is there anything I can do to improve it? If you have any ideas, let me know, but I am very happy, and that's going to do it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!